an amazing thing when folks can rally together to help those in need. And that's just what a handful of Dallas's best chefs are doing at the Soups On Luncheon next week. Chef Chad Kelly from Cafe Pacific is sharing a recipe that he will be serving to help raise money for our homeless and at-risk neighbors. Welcome. It's good to see you.
Well, thank you very much. Good to be here.
You know what I love about soups is I feel like I can just throw a bunch of things into a pot and it kind of works.
Exactly. You know, and the other part with soup is soup has more love and soul in it than just about anything else you can do. Because there is a lot that goes into it, and it really tells a lot about the person that's making it.
It does, and you said a lot of love that goes into it, and that's kind of one of the themes of this event that y'all are doing Soups On, which we'll talk about that in a little bit. But first, I want to get started with what kind of soup are you making here today? This
is Everleigh's chicken and vegetable soup. It was a soup that we make at the restaurant that I kind of altered and changed a little bit for my daughter at home.
Okay, okay. How do we make this?
Well, we're going to start off with a little bit of extra virgin olive oil.
Okay.
You always want a really good olive oil to start with this soup, and you don't want it really hot because you kind of want the flavor of the olive oil to kind of carry through.
Okay.
There's a lot of elements of, I guess, minestrone involved with this.
Okay.
So a lot of Italian flavor. All right, and then some garlic.
That's a lot of garlic.
A lot of garlic. And you know what? It's flu season. Garlic's loaded with vitamin C.
It's true.
Don't be scared. And if you cook it out, it's not going to be astringent and really bitter.
Okay.
It's going to be almost sweet.
Okay. What's next?
And then next up, a little bit of shallot.
All these?
All of it.
Oh. I love shallots. They have a different, I feel like there's a different property in them. Like, I used to have started using them instead of like yellow onions just because I feel like they are a little bit more, they've got a little bit more oomph behind them.
Well, yeah, I mean, a yellow onion can be kind of flat,
yeah,
if you will, and this is kind of a little more flavor.
Has a little
not
zing.
As astringent. Exactly.
Okay, what's next?
And at this point, we just start throwing some vegetables in here.
Just start dumping some veggies.
We got some
if someone
celery.
making this at home, can they choose kind of their favorite vegetables?
Oh, exactly.
And kind of like customize
go to the garden. If you have a garden at home or farmer's market, go to the store and just what looks good right now.
Okay.
And then chop it up, and then we'll throw it in there.
You're going with some celery, some carrots.
Some carrots. A little bell pepper, probably about half that.
Okay, I love red bell peppers.
We got some fresh tomatoes.
Okay. All those?
Yeah. Some zucchini.
These tomatoes look beautiful. Zucchini. Okay.
And chicken, we're going to hold off a little bit. The
Okay.
chicken, there's two things. Now, when you go to make this, you want to get a whole chicken, and then get a pot and get a really nice chicken stock. Preferably not one in a can. They do have some that are just in little box cartons that are very, very low sodium.
Okay.
And taste like a chicken broth. It tastes like a chicken stock. Or you can try to make one at home, because that's what really the base of this is.
So we're going to put in our chicken stock?
Throw in the chicken stock, exactly.
All of it?
Throw that all in.
Okay.
And we're going to let that come up to a boil.
Okay.
You want to let that simmer for a little bit.
Okay. So once that comes up to a boil and then simmers, then what do we do?
You just want to let it hang out.
And just kind of all marry each other.
Yep, you want all the vegetables to kind of break down a little bit.
Okay.
And then that's also going to add a little more depth to the flavors.
Okay, cool.
Once we get that, we're going to end up with this guy right here.
Okay, so once it cooks down, and the vegetables, they kind of get a little, like, mushy, as I call it, even though it's probably not the culinary term that you would like to use, but they soften up.
Exactly.
And then what do we put in?
And then at that point, right when you're ready to serve it, you want to throw in some fresh herbs.
Okay.
I've got a mixture of thyme, some rosemary.
All this, or just a pinch?
No, just throw a little pinch in there. And then parsley. Now, parsley, I love using a lot of parsley.
Yeah?
It's just a very clean flavor. It's good for your stomach. It's good for your breath.
And then when do we throw in the chicken?
And the chicken, you're going to throw that in right now.
It's going to be kind of our last element?
Exactly. You're just going to let that, and then right at there, you give it a few minutes, and then
we are left with the beautiful, and then what is this that you top it off with?
This is a ditalini pasta.
Okay.
It's just a really small cut pasta. It's an Italian pasta that's designed more for soups.
That's so cute.
Yes.
I love it.
You know, the other thing, if you don't want a pasta, you can use a grain like a farro or cooked barley. If you're staying away from grains altogether, you can do kidney beans, garbanzos.
So many different options.
Yes, exactly.
Love this.
Very customizable to your diet.
Yes, and soup is perfect on a day like this when it's a little cold outside.
Exactly.
Okay, guys, you can get the recipes that are made here today by visiting our website. But more importantly, we want you to get tickets to the Soups On Luncheon. This is actually going to help all of those who are hungry. We've talked about it several times around the broadcast. We're really looking forward to this event. And for more information about that, you can go to our website. It's called thebroadcasttv.com. Click on today's links. Okay, I'm going to enjoy some soup, but stick around. We've got our final thoughts right after this.
Okay.